disagree or agree with us or agree with some of the decisions that are being made. But there's a certain way and a certain there's a certain way you're supposed to, all of us in this room as an adults are supposed to conduct themselves. And so that's why there's rules, and that's why there's certain things, so everyone can have a chance to talk, everyone can, you know, as far as outbursts and things like that. I understand things get very heated, and that's to be understandable. But like I said, respect works both ways. And if we want to move forward, we have to respect the process, respect each other, and hopefully with positivity, any criticisms that we have, that they're more of constructive criticism, because it is necessary. All the things that were brought up to the table, as far as, especially Mr. Hines, when you were talking about the blueprints, and then when you talked about the EPA, when you know, reaching out to the EPA, the head honcho, instead of the Northeast Ohio Sewer District, these are things that you like to hear and need to hear that. But being, you know, my grandmother used to always say, you get more bees with honey and vinegar. And lifelong resident, raising my family here, live one street over from the dump, or, you know, the recycling center. So a lot of these things that negatively impact the city impact me specifically as well, as an individual, as a member of the community. So I just want to put that out there. And then this whole thing about the three, and we're a council, we're a city, we are a body, okay? Correct. And so this verbiage that's being used and continually perpetuated by members of our community is actually toxic to the process of council. And if you want to be a positive influence on the city, I would implore people to abstain from using verbiage or putting things out there that is toxic to this community. And that's all I have to say. Respect goes both ways. There's a certain way that we should act to conduct ourselves. If you go to any other city council meeting, Cleveland Heights, South Euclid, you may see some heated moments, but the process is usually respected. And, you know, like you say, sometimes you have to agree to disagree with individuals. Doesn't mean you can't work together. If there's personality problems, so be it. The only problems we should actually have is policy problems. That should be the issue. And as adults, we should be able to have good dialogue, articulate the pros and cons of the issues, or the likes and dislikes, and, you know, respect each other. While people are talking, respect them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Graham. President King.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to echo much of what Councilwoman Graham said. You gotta have respect for one another. You gotta have respect for one another. And respect for the positions that people hold, and respect for the meeting that you are a part of. I'm sure everyone here wants to be a positive influence on the city and on the success thereof. And that's part of the reason we came up with the Good Neighbor Ambassador and the Patch a Pothole program. There was a concern with the program. If you would be as kind as to read it, it does state that the city, because the city has a better buying power, we'll be able to buy more coal patch with less money, right? So you bring your money into city council, give you a receipt for your money. That money's turned over to the finance department, and then gives you another receipt for taxes. So that you can use that receipt for taxes. Now, the list of streets that you give us, the service department will go pick the patch up. The service department that works for and has insurance by the city will put the coal patch. We're not putting the coal patch down. We're not administering the money, right? We're just administering the program, so that you can't really walk into the finance department and handle that money. We think this is a great program. It's a way for everyone to show there's love for the city, because I'm sure everyone talks about how much they love the city and they want to get involved and they want to do good things for the city. Good neighbor ambassador, Mr. Irby, I think that was awesome that you was cutting that grass. And I wish you would start doing it again. I want to recognize you. I want council to recognize you. And that's why we put this on here, so that if somebody's doing something around the city and we simply don't know about it, because no one knew you were doing that, come to and say, look, I've been cutting this grass, I do it all the summer, no problem. We would like to recognize you as a good neighbor ambassador and encourage you to keep doing stuff like that. So that's what good neighbor ambassador is about. Cut grass, board up a house, school cross guards. I mean, you name it. That's flexible to help out, which I'm sure a lot of you in here really, really want to do for the city that you love. Before I turn it over, Council President, I would ask that you once again allow the council clerk this time to read something from the Ohio Revised Code. It's about 2 or 3 sentences from the Ohio Revised Code.
Okay. All right, this is Ohio Revised Code 2917-12. Disturbing a lawful meeting states that no person with purpose to prevent or disrupt a lawful meeting, procession, or gathering shall do either the following: do any act which obstructs or interferes with the due conduct of such a meeting, procession, or gathering, make any utterance, gesture, or display which outrages the sensibilities of the group. Whoever violates this section is guilty of disturbing a meeting, a misdemeanor of the fourth degree. Effective date was January 1st of 1974.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I'm amazed. My family been here since 1960, 1959-60. Blacks wasn't able to move in certain areas of East Cleveland, just certain pockets you could go to. My brother Charles was the first black on Shaw's football team. Not the first to play, the first on the team, period. It was still all white. The white coach wouldn't let him get on the team. My dad would go in and argue with the coach to get him on the team to play. That means something to me. And for what I'm trying to do in our community, it's not for the money, not at all. I care about the city. And people come up here and I don't know if you care or not. Look, I've been here, my family's been here longer than anybody else's almost. And we always have cared. We always have cared. And I have people are following, and it bothers me because they've been convicted of promoting prostitution, they've been to jail, and we following those individuals. That's not the way it's supposed to go. If you live your life decent and right and trying to do the right thing, then why is there such a pushback? All I want to do is fix potholes, make police cars come to my house when I need them, because I live on the same street neighborhoods everybody else do. I've been telling everybody, Mr. Holmes. I mean, I don't want potholes. If a fire starts, I want them to come and put the fire out too. What do you think? I go home in a helicopter? I drive the same streets, I see the same issues and challenges. That's why I'm here trying to fight to help turn the city around. The way you're doing that, you got folks that want to just antagonize. Mr. Holmes, I'm here almost 46 hours a day. I dedicate my time to the city. I could be going running my business, but